it's Tracy and Jack here. Just wanted to show you some of Jack's in handwork. We've been continuing with where Jenku left off, which is transitions between the Piaf and the Spanish walk. So I just wanted to show Jenku how it's going in his absence in lockdown. Thank you. So Jenku, I'm loving the feel of it. It feels like it's flowing. He really understands it. I'm looking for some feedback, please. What would you like me to be doing? Any improvements I can make? How I can progress? And thank you, and we miss you, and we hope to see you soon. Good boy.
Thank you, Tracy, for your lovely video all the way from sunny Chatteris in England. Good quality questions get good quality answers. So there are two elements that I would like to differentiate. The one is the quality of the movements, and the other one is the quantity of the movements. So let's first talk about the quality of the movements. When I watch your video for the Piaf, what I see is that Jack is not swinging his right hind foot as forward and under as his left hind foot when you do the Piaf on the left rein on the fence. And in order to improve that, what I would like for you to do is go on a circle to the left and run there, and really just encourage him to swing that right hind leg more forward and under. So this is going to take a little bit of time to develop, but really concentrate on the quality of that right hind leg swing more forward and under. So that's the first element. Another exercise that you can also do, which is a little bit harder, is to go on the right rein against the wall and shoulder in. That will also help that right hind foot to swing more forward and under the deepest part of the saddle where your weight will be. So that's as far as the quality of the hind legs are concerned. Then what I want you to do is focus on the quality of the front legs. And when I watch each iteration, as you repeat the Spanish walk, he's getting better and better at lifting and extending his legs. So the last one, he's actually really lifting and extending beautifully, which is what you want. So that definitely is the one thing that you want to reinforce. And it's really nice to hear where you're clicking and rewarding him for exactly that, where he's really lifting and extending his front legs. So what I would like for you to do is now start focusing on the quantity of it. So once we have the quality in place and he knows what it is that we want him to do, we need to let him know to do more of, without losing the quality. So in order to do that, I'm going to take you to the gym for one moment, and I want you to imagine that we are going to be doing push-ups to compare that to the Spanish walk, and we're going to do squats to compare that to the Piaf. So let's talk about the push-ups first. Imagine that we put a tennis ball down on the ground and in the middle, so that you have to touch the tennis ball with your chest every time you go down. So it's really important that you bend your arms properly and you touch the ball all the way on the floor. And then when you push up, you push all the way until your arms are fully extended. And I want you to do 10 of them, really nice quality ones. ultimately, as you get closer and closer to 10, you're going to find that it becomes progressively harder as the lactic acid starts building up in your muscles. So your muscles will start feeling tighter and tighter as you get closer and closer to 10. Fortunately for you, at 10, I'm going to say stand up, take some deep breaths, shake your arms out, get some red blood cells into your muscles and flush the lactic acid out of your muscles. And when you feel that you've rested and recovered, I want you to go and do it again. So now the second set, you're going to find, at let's say 7, you're going to start feeling the lactic acid build up in your muscles, and you're going to find it progressively harder and harder to get all the way up to 10. And the third set is like you're going to really find it hard. So what is very, very important is that you give the muscles time to rest and recover. Definitely take some deep breaths, definitely shake the arms out, definitely get some red blood cells into the muscles so that the muscles have got some time to recover, and definitely to flush the lactic acid out of the muscles. So that's really important to understand. So what we're doing, or what we want to do from now on, is something that I call interval training. So you've actually been doing interval training without actually noticing or knowing it. When you do PF, you work in the hindquarter muscles, so that would be like doing squats. Then to switch and go to the front legs, you're actually doing push-ups. And then you go back to squats, and then you do push-ups, and then you go back to squats, and then you do push-ups. What we want to do now is we want to focus on the squats, make sure that we get the quality in the squats and that we get them to sustain it for, I wouldn't necessarily count the amount of steps. I would still be focused on the quality of the steps, but I would definitely ask him to do more quality steps before I give him a break. And then when you do give him a break, it's really important that you stop, come to a standstill, stretch, really get him to stretch forward and down, uncontract his back muscles, really allow him to take a few deep breaths and flush that lactic acid out of his muscles so that his muscles become supple again. Because if you don't allow the lactic acid to get flushed out, you'll see that the quality of the movement will just deteriorate and deteriorate and deteriorate. So it's really important to maintain the relaxation. And relaxation is in inverted commas. What you're actually wanting to maintain is proper blood flow to the muscles and making sure that there's enough red blood cells going through those muscles with oxygen-rich blood to flush the lactic acid out. Then with the front legs, you also want to do the same. You're going to ask him for those good quality Spanish walk steps that you had towards the end. You want him to do more of those now. So it's not just going to be 1 or 2 really good quality steps. You're going to now start asking him for 3 or 4, perhaps 5 even. And you might have to push a little bit into what we call extinction burst. So when he starts feeling some lactic acid buildup, when you go to the gym, the instructor's like, come on, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. There it is. Well done. Have a break. Stand up. Shake your arms out. So it's really important to do something similar for your horse. And a very, very important fundamental to really appreciate now is that the click ends the behavior. So the moment Jack hears that click, he knows that the pressure is off him, that he can come to a standstill, relax, take deep breaths, get some oxygen into his lungs, get some red blood cells into his muscles, and flush the lactic acid out. I trust that this is useful information. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. And I'm really looking forward to your next video.